Hello everyone, this is Synoptic, and this would mark number 2 of my Predator videos. This is of course still the demo version. The full retail version comes out in about a week, so not long to wait there. Now this video will contain some information in my experience about the disc and the plasma caster, to which I'll be almost exclusively using here. Now a fully equipped Predator is quite formidable. As you probably know by now, you only spawn with the wrist blade, and all you really have to protect yourself is the stim pack and the cloak, which only really works for Marine, although it does make it a bit harder for the alien to see you with the red halo. Now the disc, in my experience, I found it to be very useful in terms of close range attacks. And I know there have been some pretty good suggestions from you guys already. I know there was one suggestion of just chucking the disc even if you miss. If you just stay very close to your opponent, there'll be a chance that the returning disc will hit them on the way back. And that is a glimpse of the plasma caster, which I've found is very useful in mid to long range. There's also another weapon, the spear, which I reckon is the best if you do not want to the downtime of the disc. So it's kind of like the same thing, one hit kill if you hit them, but you can attack straight away if it does miss, so you don't have to wait for it to come back. So that's the one issue with the disc, although I've already said you can use it to your advantage just by hanging around your opponent. Now this would be the energy, which is mostly used for the plasma caster. You can only get 4 or so shots with the plasma caster before you need to recharge, and you are very vulnerable. And there's quite a lot of tension when you are recharging in those stations. So further tips into playing as a Predator, always switching between visions. Yes, you can see opponents very easily with the vision, but there are multiple species to see here. And obviously alien sees the alien, and Marine thermal sees the Marine, and sometimes the Predator as well, although it is quite difficult with a cloaked Predator. Now with that vision you can pretty much destroy alien ambushes such as that one. That alien was clearly stalking that Marine there, and I was just able to come inside and just attack both of them. Now sound as well. The species constantly make sounds. The Marine, when it sprints, makes a fair bit of sound, and as well as the alien, constantly hissing. And using those to your advantage can find your opponents very quickly as the Predator. Although this is it'll be easier as other species, seeming as aliens can see through walls and Marines can use the motion tracker. So sound is a vital thing about playing the Predator. Okay, so I've missed, but I'm gonna try and use the returning disc to my advantage there, and that was quite successful there. And so yeah, any further suggestions, or if I'm saying anything wrong, feel free to comment, because yeah, this game is new, I'm new, everyone's new, let's make out, etc. What? Oh yeah, and with the plasma caster, sometimes it can miss and it just knocks them down. That appears to happen when it doesn't kill them. So when it's not a fatal strike, they'll just fall over, and sometimes that can trick the user, thinking they're dead, so you gotta watch out for that. Oh yeah, and with that, the focus jumping, you can be very aggressive. You can lay your strikes down quite fast, coupled with the sprint. So before the Marine was able to react, I was already able to get the execution kill. But also consider the fact that the Predator has to look for his weapons, so he's very vulnerable at the beginning of a match, or every time they spawn.
5 minutes remaining. You are the persecutor.
Now some Predator on Predator action. Found chucking a blade into a very enclosed room and just flailing the mouse about can be quite effective sometimes. And that's how hard it is to see the Predator when they're cloaked. It's hard. I think this guy just whoops me in all these Pred v Pred little encounters there. Although I must say I'm not really a fan of the same species attacks, I look very much forward to a species deathmatch when individual players as teams can work together. Just imagining taking on a squad of Marines, say one with a smart gun, couple with pulse, maybe a sniper or two, or one with a shotgun. That'd be very, very fun in taking on with any of the other species. And also with like the alien as well, you could have like distract specialization, and attackers, and even scouts scout out the enemy before you strike. Just by simply adding teams, you can just improve the gameplay quite a bit. And you've probably also noticed I haven't been doing too many of those execution kills, mainly because when a Marine is around, specifically, they can just kill you mid-animation very easily. They'll just see you and just pop a few rounds and down you go. It's far quicker just to do a couple of melee hits and just kill your opponent like that. It makes no difference really, seeming as either way your opponent has not seen you.
10 points remaining.
Now it's also becoming quite a common conception that this Predator is quite overpowered. It's already capped to 2, so they've already outnumbered. And it is quite hard to use the weapons. And there are also obvious tells of when these weapons are about to be used. When those 3 lasers come up, it's probably not best as an alien to attack. Probably easiest to evade like that. And unfortunately that alien copped the returning disc. Death Frisbee. And that would be a distracted Marine watching their motion tracker as an alien came from underneath him and not towards him.
5 points remaining.
It's also quite easy to dodge the plasma caster. We're going to see him, I think I'm going to get owned pretty soon by the other Predator. I'll just simply dodge my shot. And there's a specific downtime. You do have a couple of seconds before you can react. See that? He just dodged it, chucked his disc. Very good work by him. So a little sidestep can dodge both the disc and the plasma caster. Now dodging the spear would be more difficult. I found it, the spear flies a bit higher than the crosshair though, so you have to be careful there. And of course in this whole video I've adhered to almost guerrilla tactics. Just get the hell out of there after your kill. You do not want to stay in the fight. I think I discussed that in the previous video. It's not like a Marine where you can just stay in the thick of it. You can take more damage than the rest of them, but that's still not a lot. And watch this. I got too close and he used the grenade. One hit, one kill. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, feel free to tell, and thanks for watching.